after undergoing multiple knee surgeries, including a cartilage transplant. I believe you're the first player to ever undergo that procedure and come back to the court. You missed 2.5 seasons, but made your return to basketball back in October. So how does it feel to be back on the court, and what did you learn about yourself during the rehab and recovery process?
It's a blessing, man, first and foremost. I mean, just to be able to even play, even though it's not as many minutes as I would like, just to be out there and be productive around my teammates, man, it's been a joy for me, just internally. Something that you love get taken away from you for that long, you start looking at things a little differently. So for me, it's just an overall big, huge blessing, man. I appreciate the man above. And shit, I just take it day by day, man, to be honest.
Doesn't it feel like death?
It feels like it feels like you're just moving in slow motion, because it's like the progress is so minimal per day, and then you got weeks where you take steps back, and it's like, fuck, like I'm just going in a big ass circle. I don't know when it's gonna stop. So that was probably the hardest thing, just being able to continue to stay true to yourself and true to the grind, to be honest, because death is extreme, Gil, but
I'm just
it do feel terrible.
No, I mean,
I was gonna pivot. Like I picked up the pod. Like I wasn't just gonna die.
So no, but like, see, you picked up, like, there was no pod back then, right?
Not
so
facts.
it's easy for today's game to like kind of pivot and still get the emotion.
My nigga Jello just popped out of nowhere. Man, shout out Jello, shout out Lonzo, man, shout out Gil's Arena. Obviously, if you guys know me, man, the Ball brothers, some of my favorite basketball players in their journey, and LeVar Ball, and some Cali boys. I love the way Lonzo and LaMelo play. Jello, I love the way he can shoot the ball, and he should probably have an opportunity in the league. But Lonzo told him to go overseas, whatever the case is. But honestly, man, these dudes are entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs. They got business avenues going on in YouTube and podcasts and things like that. So salute to them. Obviously, Lonzo, I would love to see him on the court a lot more. Like he stated, his minutes are kind of restricted, but like I said, when he's healthy, he's one of the best basketball players I've ever seen play, as far as just being around the ball and making the right basketball plays, playing with pace, being a great defender, being a great rebounder, being a great passer, just having great IQ as well. And, he's fun to watch when he's healthy for sure. So shout out to those guys.
Out. Back then, you sitting there, just like you said, you look like you ramping up, and then you take a month back, over some little tweak, and, now you're rehabbing, you see nothing, there's no promise of playing again, and all you have is your thoughts of, what if this is it? What if I don't play no more? Who am I? Like, those are real emotions that's going through your mind when you're in that situation. And I was there when you're just you're just sitting on the bench, just like, I probably never gonna get cheered again. Like, damn, this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? It's
like you play basketball, you play at such an early age for so long. It's like you don't know nothing else. That's another hard thing. Because it's like, where do you even pivot to? So I definitely understand where you're coming from for sure.
And then Jello, just from your side, seeing your big brother go through this situation, dealing with everything, how hard was that for you to watch all that take place, and how happy are you to see Zoe back out there doing his thing?
Well, I never want to see him get hurt, so when he went through that, I was just make sure I'm there for him, talking to him and whatnot every now and then. And I'm happy to see him back on the court. I was waiting for it, so it's cool to see both of my brothers getting to it right now.
For sure, for sure.
How hard is it for you right now?
Gil crazy.
Like, with the road it's taken, like, how are you keeping yourself, like motivated?
I just know what I'm about, personally. Like, I grew up with Zoe and Melo playing against them every day, so I still know how I could hoop, and I still got confidence in myself, so I always just stay ready and just work out, always hoop, and I try to see, like, if I can get something to shake, then that's the way it's gonna go. That's how I be.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys' convo and said, the overseas route. And, I know sometimes, like, taking different routes is hard. The concept is hard, especially when you know your ability. You see who you played against. You see who you play with. You see what you can bring. And sometimes it's hard for us to look at another route when, like, I can see the goal line right here. Why would I want to go that way? Right, so I really understood. I really understood where you're coming from.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. Like, everyone that be like, just go overseas, really ain't never been over there, bro. Like, me personally, I've been overseas for 3 years. I've been to 18 countries. like, I've been over there, bro. Like, I don't think it's what everybody think it is. So I could do this. They might do me the same way the G doing me if I go all the way across the water. So it's like, I just make sure I could, like, I'm trying to get on the G League. It's still hope there. Like, people be tapping in. So it's not done yet, I feel like. So I'm going to just stick to it.
So you're not trying to go back to Lithuania, I think is what you're saying. It look cold as shit out there. Hey, it look cold.
I mind Lithuania, though, for real. I ain't tripping.
Great country.
Hey, that was some of my favorite basketball to watch when they was out there playing. Him and Melo, that shit was funny.
But shit.
If I have to go overseas, I'll go, bro. But like, I'm trying to do the G League first, like I said, bro.
I went to go see them in Lithuania. My trip was scheduled for 2 weeks. I left in 4 days. I was out of there, man. I was gone.
You're not
Hey, I remember looking at the photos and videos, like, especially coming from Southern California, it's too cold. It's cold as shit out there.
Hey, negative 14.
Hey, I'm good.
Man, that's hard to be motivated in negative 14. You coming from the sun.
Man, by the way, we kind of chilling today, man. I got rudely interrupted in my sleep this morning. My building decides they want to do a fire alarm testing today, and it went off every 30 seconds for about 15 seconds. And I was very highly pissed off. And I'm lit right now, so just chilling. I'm cooling.
Fuck
Yeah,
is
it's
that?
all good, though.
I ain't gonna lie. I said this on our pod too. They need to go fix that water park they got out there. That shit not safe, man. Not safe.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, getting towed up, though.
Rudely
You got
interrupted, I
to.
tell you, my brother.
So Lonzo, back to you for a second. So far, you've been under a minutes restriction, which was recently increased. How far away are you from getting that restriction lifted and being a full go?
Honestly, man, it's a week by week process. So we started at 14. Now we up to 20. So I feel like the impact I can make on the game is a lot I can do in 20 minutes. So honestly, right now I feel comfortable at 20. So we'll probably be there for a minute. Obviously, I want to get it lifted off, but I also want to play as many games as I can. So, the internal discussions is, we don't want to play one night, 35 minutes, and then I'm out for the next 2 weeks,
Yeah.
So if I could just keep playing 20, keep being productive on the court and doing my thing with the minutes I have, then, I got no problem coming off the bench, man, and just trying to help the team out, to be honest.
Yeah, so Bulls have been extremely cautious. Yourself been extremely cautious in terms of your playing time, the games you've played this season. How hard is that for you from a day-to-day situation? Are days you feeling great?
Very unselfish player, by the way. That's something I do want to call out. Let it be known, hey, look, man, I don't mind playing my 20 minutes. I feel like I could be very productive in that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to do me off the bench. And I want to play longevity. I want to play more games. I don't want to play 35 minutes and then not play the next 2 weeks. Shout out to Zoe.
There are other days where you feeling kind of some setbacks or things like that, or has it been kind of all in the upward trajectory?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's been super positive just because those 2 years when I sat, it's feel way better than that. You feel me? So even if it was 2 minutes a game, I'm much happier than just sitting back here doing rehab. You know what I'm saying? So I wake up every day, man, happy, super blessed, man, and I just try to get my best every day.
I guess that's the most important thing, man, is, something I didn't look at back then, like coming back, minutes restriction, like, nah, I need my 38, 42 minutes, like knowing I couldn't move, right? Now when you sit back and think, man, it's like, dang, I wish I did it the way, Derrick Rose did it, right? You start looking at like, man, he's still playing, he's still living his dream, and he gets to exit the way he wants. Same thing with you. 2 years of not playing to finish your career. Now I wish I can go back and say, you know what? I would have missed that next season, rehab, got it right to continue my career, versus trying to say, man, I'm an all-star, all-NBA player. I need to get back now so I don't lose my spot and end up losing my career. You know what I mean? So take your time, right? Take your time and just enjoy the game while you have it.
Yeah, I mean, the competitor in you, though, is always going to want to play the minutes, first and foremost, and you feel like you can help the team win, you're going to want to be out there. So I can't say it's just easy just, sitting on the bench, especially being a starter your whole life. So that was different for sure. But like I said, I think it's just a lot of different lights you can look at, not even basketball, just life now. And I think that being out for those 2 years, I got to reflect on myself as a basketball player and a person, to be honest. So peel back a lot of layers, man, and I feel like I'm much better for it, to be honest.
Were there any players around the league that you leaned on during that recovery process or that were there for you to help kind of guide you through it and everything you needed to do to get back on the court?
Honestly, bro, I've had support from anybody, like everybody I've encountered that has my number has reached out pretty much, wished me the best, man. Been there. I had a super big support system behind me the whole process. So really everybody, man. But I would say first and foremost, definitely my family, and really my brothers. I probably talk to them the most more than anybody. So shouts out to them.
For sure. And how much do y'all actually get to talk nowadays? Obviously, I know LaMelo doing his thing in Charlotte, coming back from injury, you playing your schedule with the Bulls, Jello, you doing your thing. How much time do you guys have to actually, y'all in a group chat together, y'all FaceTime each other? How much time do y'all spend talking to each other?
We not really good texters, man. We got the FaceTime.
It's a good
chat,
FaceTime.
though. I would say out of 7 days a week, we probably hit about 6, to be honest.
That's dope, though. That's what's up, man. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Gil, man. It's a great show, man. Very tapped in with Gil's Arena, very tapped in with Zoe and the Where You At show. And like I said, bro, some of my favorite basketball players. Excuse my energy once again. Highly irritated this morning with the whole situation, being woken up and everything. So I'm probably going to cut it for a little bit. And I don't know, cool off. I might go to the gym or something. I could just feel my energy, you know what I'm saying? So not really liking it. And I'm out, man.